Alright, hello guys, this is Remy. I'm here to play some more Stanley Parable, and as you see, I believe that I've already got this one figured out. I believe so. Yeah.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious table. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that.
Just can't have it.
It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room.
The room.
Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
Oh, nice. The console is still up. Okay, so, yeah, I'm in the serious room for 100 billion trillion years. We'll begin the game again. Let's see what happens. I didn't do the 100 billion trillion years. Alright, so, I do not have the console now. Good. So there's that, and I'm going to be honest, I looked that one up.
All of his co-workers were gone.
But
what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
I also
meeting
wanted to do the
Perhaps
other option
simply missed
here.
a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
When I say no.
Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yes.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink
The other one he
it all
sang
in?
me a song.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this
Yes.
gag yet?
No, I'm not. What do you say whenever I say no?
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly...
You would have sang me a song.
Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I had brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
Wow.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer?
Right?
How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one.
Stop the lag.
What do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Yeah, I am.
Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Cheers. He says cheers. So what do you think, guys? Should I stay here forever? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Goodness, I don't remember how to get to that other ending now either.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I mean, I'm sure we've all heard all this narration before. I know that we have, actually. So, why is these doors open though? That just baffles me to no end. I've done that ending, yes. Oh wow. This is different. I've never seen this hallway before in any of my playthroughs, I don't believe. I have to go look through it and see if I can get this again. Wow, I wish there was something special about this place. It doesn't appear to be. What's this piece of paper on the floor? No, nothing in the box. Under the chair, no. In this box, in this filing cabinet, and in this filing cabinet. Nope, okay. Options.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
To get the real person ending, I know what we do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And here it is.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Right, so there was another option whenever I unplugged the phone.
Stanley
I loved
was
that so much whenever I found that, because I did that all on my own. And I did a lot of these all on my own, but I looked this up. I'm sorry.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Boxes.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
The whole time.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Right.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley.
This is it.
Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Yeah.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Yes, double check, please.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you...
I'm a real person.
Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Darn it.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
I love this video. This is awesome.
Helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
Could do that.
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
Right.
Which choice would you make?
Setting
Remember
fire.
that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic.
real world
If you find
makes
yourself
sense.
speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Oh, God, the lag.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
I'm not even going to try to say that because I don't remember what he said. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not practicing it.
Excellent.
God.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Sorry.
Most medical professionals
figure out
recommend
what that
making
is.
at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this
Sorry.
time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test.
Hang on.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to
Hang
worry.
on.
Now that you're properly informed on
I've got to
good
figure it out.
decision-making,
And it's
we're
going to
going
require me to do
revisit
some
a choice
special
you made
things.
just a few minutes
So-
ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Alright, I'm going to pause it for a second. And I'm probably going to have to restart the recording. Which is fine. It's fine. Alright, what's up, guys? Sorry about that. You will probably not even notice that I went away for a minute. But I wanted to fix the latency that was happening there. That was just getting really, really bad. And so we're going to carry on with the game now. Wow, this room did start to deteriorate, didn't it? I've seen this all before, though. It's fine. It's fine. They've roped me in.
Now
So
that
I
we
cannot
know your
commit
choices
suicide
are
either.
meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying
that's how I found
senselessly
that when I was
halfway
in.
through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Alright, it's not at all. Me too. Oh, it's got a card key side thing. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. And this room is completely different. Oh. Oh, God. The doors. I'm trying them anyways because you never know. With this game, you really never know, right? Anything could happen.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
So, none of these doors open, I don't think. I'm just trying them anyways because, yeah, fuck it.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On his left. This one. Everything's fine. Wow.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And I believe that this just takes me to the regular end. Oh, no. No? I think I've done this ending, though.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I've done this ending. I have done this ending, and I can't speak it. It's not going to let me say it, of course. But I know I've been here.
Stanley spoke the code.
So I think that I've gotten
Night Shark
both of those endings.
115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
No, I didn't
Please
mishear you.
speak the
I've
code
done this
into the
ending,
receiver.
so I'm going to go ahead and just restart it, because I've done that one. I didn't know that I had done that one, I guess. But I've done that one. So, moving along. The only other one that there is I had to, yeah.
Hi, Stanley. Just
Yeah,
wanted to leave
hi.
you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish...
I gotta try this, because I really want to do that. That's where I want to end the whole series at. If I cut most of this, don't be mad at me. There it is. There it is.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. And right there, I believe that is all the endings that I had left. Minus the baby game ending where you actually have to sit there and play the game for 4 hours, which I'm not going to do. If y'all want me to, I guess I will. No, I will. If y'all say, yeah, do the 4 hour deal, and I will sit here for 4 hours and I will hit that button and save the baby for 4 hours to get that ending and show y'all guys that. So let me know in the comments. Y'all like this thing? Y'all watch the whole deal and everything like that? Just let me know that y'all want me do something to let me know that y'all want to see the 4 hour baby ending, and I'll upload the entire 4 hours if you want, and I'll just sit there and talk about random bullshit. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.